At City Hall for the past 4 years.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Public Safety and Government Operations Committee meeting.
Councilman Conway has chaired the Public Safety Committee, the committee that oversees the operation of Baltimore's crime-fighting strategies.
Our job is not to run the police department. Our job is to make sure that the police department has strong policies that make sense.
Conway comes from a family of law enforcement officers, and for the past 4 years, he's represented District 4, Baltimore's most northern council district. He's a statistician who believes there's strength in numbers.
It's very easy to say something as a really good idea. It sounds good, but if we're not doing it, we're not tracking it, we have no data to speak for it, it doesn't matter.
I have questions about its pull on our resources.
As the public safety chairman, Conway pressed directors of Monzi last year about the effectiveness of safe streets and other crime-fighting strategies.
I'm not saying that research is wrong, but I have a lot of trouble believing that despite the success that we've seen in the Western District, and I do believe in the program, that everything else is fine.
Is Safe Streets and GVRS working?
I think it's a complicated question. We have ebbs and flows. I think there are some instances where Safe Streets is working really, really well.
2 years ago, the councilman called for the establishment of a police accountability board to examine questionable actions by police officers. But a year later, board members complained the city wasn't providing enough resources to do its job.
And there's still a lack of transparency around that.
And recently, its chairman, Joshua Harris, found himself suspended from his role at the NAACP amid complaints of unapproved spending.
How does the Police Accountability Board go forward with a chairman whose own accountability is now coming into question?
They have work to do, and they will continue to do that work. Of course, the Police Accountability Board chooses its own chair amongst its own members. So, of course, I have no weigh in on who that person is.
In his first 4 years in office, Conway has introduced 64 different ordinances, of which 37 were enacted. 3 of those ordinances were crime-related, 1 dealt with education, 13 focused on quality of life issues, and 6 dealt with government accountability. He also introduced 14 resolutions. He does not, however, support a measure on the November ballot calling for a reduction in the size of the city council from the current 14 member districts to 8.
To reduce it in half, I think, would be quite too dramatic. When you have half the council, you have half the representation.
Conway is also an environmentalist who's introduced measures aimed at making the city cleaner and greener. He wants the city's fleet of vehicles to become fully electric in the next 6 years. And he's convinced his effectiveness comes in ensuring that others are effective too.
I'm not the executive. I don't tell people what to do. But if we say we're going to do something, I'm going to make sure we do it.
In the 4th District, Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.